Okay, let's go. Happy Thursday. We got an unboxing for what looks to be a flagship KZ. This is a, before we continue, I checked on Paul Wasabi's Squig, and that is a actually very nice looking frequency response graph. As limited as those are in giving us information, that looks nice. It's got a nice sub bass to mid bass. It's got actual flat mids. It's tucked around 250 to 300. Gradual gain, peak just before 3. It's got a cut where all the harmonics that could really get on people are that's cut out. It's got the resonance peak at 9. It's going all the way up to scale. That's a very interesting graph. That is really, after seeing that, I decided indeed proceed. Let's see where this thing takes us. Now that is a, let me tip this down a little bit. That is one of 3 that I think Paul has up there. So it looks like they've got multiple dip switches, which I've said many times I'm not a fan of. But if I can find one that I like, same as nozzles, same as any other multiple config set, I find the one that I like and then I go for that one. This looks different from any KZ I've seen. So it's got a flip top box, and then when we get on the inside, we got the tips right here, which are all oh, these are not all foam. These are the, I think they call them Starline or something like that, these KZ tips. A lot of people have liked these for years. I'm not sure why. I use CPs, but a lot of people like these. So you've got small, medium, large, and they've got foam. This is much easier to do than opening plastic bags, so I like that. Let's go ahead and take out the, let's go right to the IMs themselves. This looks better in hand than it does in the photographs, actually. Let me push this out from the back. Remember, don't ever yank on nozzles or anything like that. Try to get them out gently. Don't pull on the pins when you're pulling out cables either. This is a 14 balanced armature set, I believe. It's got 14 BAs on either side. I'm talking about balanced armatures, and that music player just crashed all by itself. J River, man. I really got to update and pay to not have stuff crashing on me. Moving right along. So there's 14 BAs on the inside. These ones are actually identified. If you know about BAs, KZ's BAs, please go ahead and comment below. I can talk to them myself, but they're going to tell me their positive stuff. If anybody knows KZ's, are they making their own balanced armatures? Are these a customized version of Belzing's, or what exactly are these drivers? Because they are numbered, so you can follow along if these drivers are used in another set, and something is not to your liking, or it is to your liking, and you can say, I heard that before. For example, the AS16 from years ago, that had very wonky tuning, but I didn't have any issues with the BAs that were inside, like sound metallic, or some of the things that I think go along with BAs that are not really doing their job well. I didn't think the AS16 did that. I just thought the tuning was kind of not really my thing. So you can identify these drivers, which is half of the battle that I'm fighting right now, to allow people to see if they, in fact, are fans of those drivers, instead of just saying custom. I don't know what that means. That's kind of not fair, really. These ones are identified, but I don't know where they come from, if they are exclusive to KZ or not. So any information that you can put below, go ahead and let me know. And if it gets caught up in the spam filter, let me know on Hi-Fi Guides, and I'll approve your post if it's informative, like this is a story about KZ's BAs, because that's really what I'm on a march for. So this is what they look like on the outside. It looks pretty interesting. The dip switches are, I can see the BAs through the smoky translucent. I'm sorry, am I completely tripping and there are no dip switches? The KZ Sonata, and this is called Sonata, and it says 4 switches. I'm sorry, I need some coffee. I'm looking at these and I don't see the switches. Do I got to pop the caps off of this or something to see the switches? Excuse me for just a second as I get my mind around this. So this is one angle that I'm looking at. I don't see switches. I see the drivers. I see the 3D printing. I don't see the switches right there. I see the KZ logo. Looking at the top and I see the QDC pin. I don't see the switches there. Looking at this angle, I don't see the switches. And I don't see the switches. Do I have a different version? Because this says 4 switches to achieve multiple styles. And then I see this right here. Okay, I'm gonna post this because I'm completely tripping. Where are the switches? Does this cap pop off? What a moment. It's not live, but I'm going to post it so it's essentially live. Yeah, I'm completely tripping. I can't find the switches on something that has a box that says it has switches. I'm totally cool. If that's the tuning of this that I have in my hand, I'm totally cool because I'm not even into dip switches. So this is a win if that's the tuning. Where are the dip switches? What? I got to get a coffee. My God. Now, let's open up the other side of this box. So on the one side, we had the tips on the bottom. Then we had the IMs up here. Then in here, we have a, looks like a case. I just took my pen off the table yesterday. Damn. See if I can get this out. Too much damage. And now we are packing this with a case, which is, this looks just like a Dunu case. I remember when Truth Ears and KZ were having a back and forth on Facebook. And Truth Ears was jumping on KZ, rightfully so because of some of the stuff that was going on. And then KZ said, I know the drivers that are in your set. I know how much they cost. Which is like breaking the fourth wall. And then that was really the end of the discussion because nobody wants to get into that. Oh, yeah, that looks a lot like the Dunu case. I would bet you a lot of money that, yeah. So we got this, which looks like a cable. And then we've got this, which looks like a heftier second cable. And then we've got this case, which looks very familiar. And I'm sure I know where this comes from. And I bet I can tell you 4 colors that it comes in. Now, let me take my glove off for a second. We have, that's a nice thick cable. So far, the presentation is different. It looks like something that should be in this price range compared to what KZ usually does. And I'm still kind of getting my brain around the whole. The dip switches. Where are the dip switches? Okay, and we also don't have any Velcro, which I absolutely can't stand. There's nothing like having a nice shirt, not like I wear one when I do these. Oh, this is actually a pretty nice cable. Oh, it's 3.5. If this had been 4.4, that would have been a massive, massive win. That's nice. Now, you know I'm not a cable guy because I could pull out a cable that costs $250 right now and looks like this and maybe is not quite as manageable as this. This is actually quite a nice cable. Oh, I wish this was 4.4. Oh, that's nice. I like that. If this set with no, my special set with no switches, or I should just check KZ's online shop. And then right here we've got your standard KZ, which has got the mic in line, and it's not one that I would ever use, but this is what goes with budget stuff. And so you get that if you happen to use that mic. I wouldn't. This is actually a really nice cable. Let me take a look at this one more time. Oh, Ty, if you watch this video, man, if is 4.4 an option on this? That's a very nice cable. I love the color too. Oh, I should. No, I'm not going to do that to another company. I have to uphold to certain standards. And if another company sends me cables that looks, and it's weave quality, almost identical, I wonder what the structure is. That's really nice. Okay, now the mystery that I'll solve and maybe comment. Oh, and also thank you for the Dunu case, because that's what that is. 20 collaborations in the hobby, talked to multiple companies, talked to 3 people in 3 different factories, 2 of them being the main factories that support many companies, and I know a lot of stuff. I know that case right there. Where in the are the switches on this? I'm not bummed about it, but there's no switches on here. One more time, just to make sure I'm not completely insane. I'm looking down from the top. I can't see switches. Can you? I'm looking at the back, the butt. I don't see any switches. Can you? Inside that touches your ear. That would not be a good place, but it's not there either. Down on the bottom, I don't see switches. I'm not seeing switches anywhere on the outside. Could it be right here? Because, again, it says it right here. 28 balance time shift. There's 14 on each side. Unprecedented high definition. Okay, that's just company stuff. That's why I don't want to ask them directly about the BAs, because they're going to give me sweet words. I want somebody who knows without me going to ask, because I could do that. So I can see this. I got 2 different things right here, and so I can't read Chinese. I got this right here, which looks a lot like this right here. You can see maybe there's 3 different base shelves. And this one looks like it is the highest or the second highest. And if it's the highest base shelf, then that would basically be the one I'm hoping it is. So maybe this is the standard non-switch version. Maybe I'm putting this together with my little monkey brain right now. And this is the switch version, gives you these options without being able to read Chinese. So perhaps what I have here is this version, and it just says this because they're using, I'm not really sure. I'll figure this out. Presentation looks nice. I'm a fan of that tuning right there. I hope this set has that tuning, and this cable is very nice. So this is going to get a video. And oh, I'm sorry, this is I think $129, and I'm out.